All right, hello my fellow investors, it's the Intelligent Investor here, and in today's video we will be talking about Prospect Capital. Now this is going to be video number 3 in the series that I'm doing of reviewing my stocks and explaining why I have them. So before we start the video, guys, use the link in the description down below to sign up with Acorns. Now, once you sign up with Acorns, you're going to be entered to win a free stock, and that stock is Lockheed Martin. I'm going to be doing the stock giveaway this upcoming weekend, so stay tuned for that. Now, also, once we hit 6,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing another stock giveaway, and that stock is Apple. So stay subscribed, guys. Stay tuned for that, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when that video comes out. All right, so let's start with the video. Now, Prospect Capital, guys. Prospect Capital, honestly, for me, I've had it since 2016. I currently have 5 shares in Robinhood, and I have 2,000 shares in Fidelity. I've been buying this, like I said, since 2016. So they used to pay an 8-cent dividend, and now they're paying a 6-cent dividend. They did cut it by 2 cents when they had a little bit of problems. And currently now, they've just been consistently staying with it. We hit the pandemic. We thought they were going to cut their dividend. As you see, they kind of crashed from that. The stock hit about $3.68. So it completely collapsed. But that was honestly the best time to buy because they had a huge yield back then. It was about a 19%, 20% yield. And they consistently paid that off. So I mean, it was a good time to buy then, but I still feel it's a good time to buy now. Okay, so the reason I own Prospect Capital is because I currently have some growth companies in my portfolio, so I need to kind of increase that yield. Now, my yield is currently at about 5%, so with this 9%, whenever I put this portfolio diversity to about, let's say 10%, then my yield is going to increase to about 7. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to increase my yield of my overall portfolio so it can balance out the growth stocks that I have, which include kind of like ACIC, EXPC, APXT, CCIV. Those don't pay dividends. So I need to balance out those growth stocks with higher dividend yields. And like that, I can actually grow my portfolio pretty quickly, and when those growth stocks hit, then my portfolio increases even more. So I mean, that's the way I'm kind of going with this. I do have the safe dividend stocks that I'll be talking about later in other videos, but again, this one has a high dividend yield. For me, like I said, I've owned it since 2016. I've had many shares of it. I'm trying to grow the shares here in Robinhood and kind of show you guys that a small company like this with a high dividend yield can actually help your portfolio grow pretty quickly. Now, the reason I am mentioning this stock, and I did buy this stock, is because, again, like I say, it's $7.54 stock. I mean, it does tend to come down under 7. But even at this price, guys, it is at a high price, I would say. But it's still a good buy because this will help you get a monthly dividend. And like that, you can see growth in your portfolio a lot quicker. So again, I'm just telling you that this is a risky stock, of course, because it does have a high dividend yield. So have that in mind. So as you see here, I actually owned it in Robinhood as well back in 2016. My first shares, I had 5 shares when I started buying Prospect Capital in Robinhood. They did pay an 8-cent dividend, as you see here. And then I don't know when it was, it still paid an 8-cent dividend. And then eventually it decreased it down. And I constantly owned it and sold it throughout the years. And showing you here, I had 60 shares and I got $3.60. So, I mean, that monthly dividend was well to grow my portfolio. And it constantly grew my portfolio. As you see, I eventually sold out of it to buy into a bigger stock, which was AT&T. So I made enough money from Prospect Capital to eventually jump into AT&T. And that's the process that I've been doing here in Robinhood. But now that I feel a little bit safer with Prospect Capital. Now that all of this is my opinion, guys. Don't jump into stocks because I'm saying it or anything. I do recommend you guys do your own research. Have that in mind. I'm not here giving you financial advice. I'm just here giving you my thoughts and opinions. So, I mean, that's what I've been doing here. I mean, I sold out of Prospect Capital. I jumped into AT&T when I made enough money. And then now that I'm actually redistributing money from my portfolio, I'm buying back into Prospect Capital because like that, I'm going to have, like I said, a higher yield, which is 9.91. And again, as you see, the market cap is pretty well. I mean, company has been doing well. It kind of, as you see, it kind of came down in earnings and then it kind of went back up, and then hopefully it starts going back up. So, I mean, I've completely loved this company. I've been a well owner of this, and happily, I mean, even though they had that 2-cent decrease in dividend, it's still high compared to what I'm earning in other stocks. So like that, I'm going to increase my portfolio. I'm going to be well balanced. And if there is any kind of risk in the future, then I will be jumping out of it so I can be a little bit safe. But I'm constantly paying attention to each company I own. That's why I don't like diversifying into a bunch of stocks, because I have to do research on everything, guys. So just understand that each company that I do have, I know a lot about it. And this is the thing I'm telling you guys that you guys have to do as well. Don't buy into a company just because a person is buying into it. Buy it because you know what it is. Each company here that I own, except CBay. CBay was a free stock that was given, but ignore that one and everything up there. Everything I know about these companies. I know what their future outlook is looking like. I mean, I look at who their owners are, their CEOs, their management company, all this stuff. I know a lot about them. I'm constantly doing research on each one of these stocks. And the reason I do that is because I want to be sure that I'm keeping a company that's doing well, that's looking to be successful, and that's going to be good growth. And that's how I've always made my money. I don't just jump into any hype stock or any of that stuff. Like as you see in the history of the videos, when I did a video on CCIV, people were telling me, hey, jump into it, it's going to blow up. And it did blow up. It went up to $60, but the merger wasn't announced yet, so I didn't want to buy into something that was just speculation. Now, once that stock collapsed after the merger date, well, I mean, not the merger date, but the merger was announced, the stock collapsed, it came all the way back down, and it was back at the price that I was planning it on buying it. So now I'm buying it because it's at the price that I wanted to buy it in, and they have announced that they're going to merge. So now I'm heavily buying into it. And that's the thing I'm telling you guys. You guys got to be patient, and your opportunities are going to come. If you guys believe in a company, then you know what their price targets are, then you know they'll hit that. So that's the main thing I'm talking about here. So again, Prospect Capital, put it in your watch list, check it out. And if you guys want to buy into it, then do your own due diligence and check it out. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.